Great. Jasmine! Okay. What are you going to start with today, Jasmine? Malinconia. Oops. Oh, come on, iPad. You can do this. Okay. Okay. Jasmine is going to sing now. Let's listen. So, okay, why don't you tell everybody again what you're doing?
Okay.
Moving on here.
First, I'm gonna sing an Italian song, Malinconia mi fa gentile, by Bellini. And second, English song, I Tempted from Love Sickness, from the Indian Queen, and by Henry Purcell.
Well, yeah, some people say Purcell, and then some people say Purcell. What do you say?
I jump between the two. I don't know. Purcell.
I think I always thought it was Purcell, and then
Me too.
I went to school and they said Purcell, or I went to British choir and they said Purcell, and so that's what I thought. This is what it is. So I don't know. People say both. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay, Malinconia. Yeah. Okay. What was surprising to you?
So fast.
Well, let's look at the tempo marking. What does it say at the top of the first page? For tempo. It doesn't give you a number, but it says allegro agitato. Okay, so we know what allegro means, right? It means fast. What does agitato mean? Sounds very much like an English word, agitated. But anxious a little bit, like lots of, what would be another word for agitated? Like this, like shaky, popcorn in the popcorn maker. Yeah. Yeah. So, does that say? No. It's more worked up. That's good. Right. Yes. Yes. Agitated. Yeah. Good. Okay. Let's try it again and we'll talk to you guys about it. And we'll see what everyone else has to say. Let's try it at the tempo. And let's try to, can you try to stay in the tempo all the time? We can do all of the extra little rallentandos and things like that later, but let's see if you can stay in the tempo for now and have the text and the beauty of the sound all together. Let's try to find the tempo right now. Let's go from there. Good. There you go. That's right. I know. Good.
It's not though.
It's not.
Go faster.
It's not. It's still in one. It still feels like it's just in one, and it just feels like it goes in a big figure eight. Do 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 do.
Because I usually sing very slow.
Well,
Yeah, you
yeah.
do like to go slow. That's true.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, good. Okay. Let's see if we can find, like Shri was saying, for the sense of these really tall, rich vowels all the time. So what we've been kind of fooling around with is that sense of how much space do I need all the time, how little jaw, all the same things we were just talking about, right? And making sure for you that the sound, that the space in your mouth never goes horizontal, it stays vertical. Do you see it when it happens? Yeah, yeah. So it's usually like an E, like this, instead of E. E, we don't want that. E, right?
E.
We don't want the horizontal E vowel. Yeah. Okay. So can you say malinconia ninfa gentile? Nice and tall all the time.
Malinconia, nifa gentile,
Ninfa gentile.
ninfa gentile.
Okay. Min tongue, right? Ninfa.
Ninfa,
Good. Longer E vowel. Ninfa gentile.
ninfa gentile.
Okay, so what does that E sound like to you guys of ninfa? Do you think it could be taller? What's the difference? It's a bit of a ninfa. I want ninfa.
Ninfa,
Longer E, less N on the second time.
ninfa,
Better. Now, ni. Ninfa.
ninfa,
E.
E.
Not E. E.
E, ninfa,
Ni. E.
nifa,
That's the one.
ni,
Mm-hmm.
ninfa,
Good. Ninfa.
ninfa,
Ah, so good. One more time.
ninfa,
Ninfa.
ninfa.
Good. So, have you guys seen? I have a book upstairs called The Zebra Exercises, which Alan has put a sticky note on that asks to change it into a B, so it says Beaver Exercises. So I just kept it that way because it makes me laugh. I'm like, oh, does Justin Bieber do this? That would be great. So in the Zebra Exercises, it's Italian, but the way it looks on the page is that it's vowel, and then if there's a cluster of consonants, like ninfa, it's N-I, and then the NF is on the next note. So rather than, if you look at the way the syllables are split in music, it's NIM dash FA. But in the Zebra exercises, it goes NI dash and FA, which helps us to understand how we need to lengthen the vowel, right? Ninfa. So I've got nfa. I have to think of those together, the consonants as being together later for Italian, rather than taking up my vowel. Does that make sense? It's different when we have a double T or a double Z or something like that. That's a different story. But this is, like, I really appreciate when I look at those exercises and say, oh, yeah, right. I have to remember my vowels are really long in Italian. So it's not an issue when we look at words like vita or mia, because it's just one consonant. We move it over anyway. But let's see. These are all, it's all, oh, fonti on the second page. Fonti e colline, right? So in zebra, we written F-O-N-T-I. N-T. So we just put those together. Yeah? So making long vowels. Okay, so try it again. Ninfa gentile.
Ninfa gentile.
Good. Now J. There we go. Gentile.
Gentile.
No drop. Gentile.
Gentile.
Yay! One more time.
Gentile.
Good. Let's try singing that. Ninfa gentile. Just stop. I think I'm on the right notes.
Ninfa gentile.
Ninfa. That's it.
No.
Well, we're gonna move it on J. We have to, right? J, but then ntile. Don't need to. Ntile. Just say that. Ntile. Yeah, see? I need to. And then the space is already open and it's so much more efficient. Malinconia.
Malinconia.
Good. Try singing it.
Malinconia.
Beautiful. That's so beautiful. It's so open. Try it again.
Malinconia.
Can you hear that? It's so beautiful. Right? It's not malinconia. Right? It's not closing all the time. Yay!
Oh, like I always want to like close my mouth to change the words.
Yeah, we all do. But that's how we talk. Right? We talk like that because we wouldn't go around talking like this all the time. That would be stupid. It would be ridiculous. Everyone would be like, what's wrong with you? Right? We would do that. We don't do that in regular speech, but when we're singing, because we are opera singers and classical singers that do not use microphones, we have to have space to resonate. So we have to sing that way. So it's not what we're used to. Okay. Just gotta learn how to do it. Fine. Okay. La vita mia.
La vita mia.
Good. Let's try singing that whole first part. Good. Let's try just doing it all on vowels. So take out the consonants. Okay, here we go. Good. Okay, so now, oh, not oh. That's your space collapsing. Oh, there's nothing to close it for, so stay. That's great. Okay, let's go from I piacere at the top of page 63 again. Or you probably don't have page 63. Top of the second page. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I see where we are. Yeah, I do have that.
Okay, so just the vowels. Really big open space. Okay, so I still feel like you're fading. Do you hear that? Oh. Like I said a couple weeks ago, rejuvenate that vowel. Like, start the vowel over and over and over a million times within the length of the note. Oh, so it's always fresh. And it doesn't sag on you. It doesn't die away.
There's this one example that there's a ball here, like a spinning ball here, and your job is to like with your voice just aim at it and like keep spinning.
Okay, one more time, same spot. I feel too. That's a great idea. Now I feel like you're actually staying in the vowel. Good. Get that air moving. Okay. One more time from the same spot. What's your toggle? Okay, good. Okay. So Jasmine and I were able to, we had a little chat this morning because she's lucky because there's a toddler living in her house with her. And this baby every once in a while shows up in the lesson. It's really fun. So the great thing about having a little human like that to observe all the time is to watch how they balance, right? When they're walking around, and I just remember like observing my kids when they've learned how to walk, and they're not like falling all over the place yet, but they're walking around, and they're always just like standing there, and the little hands are just swinging. And they're standing there like that, and they're totally lined up. They're not standing like this. They're standing like this. Like this. I'm going to go on the camera for a second. Like that. Like that. Heavy little tailbone. Really big head, right? So they have short legs. Short legs, short arms, so they can put their toes in their mouth. Right? But they're totally lined up. And like we have to really learn a lesson from that. Right? We don't want to stand with this tension in here. Really, I think for you, like just getting a sense of like staying a bit looser or strong but soft through the knees, maybe a little bit forward at the hips ever so slightly. We can sing like that if you want. Okay? Okay, so let's try it. So, why don't you just sing on ah? I don't care. We don't need to get distracted with that with your neck. So, like a little caveman, little toddler. Okay, and just make sure that the neck is released too. Yeah, so it doesn't need to be falling forward, but make sure that it feels like it's in line from here to the tailbone all the way through. There we go. Okay, let's just sing on off. Beginning? Yeah.
Like my voice are more stronger than before. Yeah, and also more relaxed. Like first time when I sing, I feels like between my neck it have a cracking sound.
Oh,
Yeah.
mhm.
And now it's better.
I know. It sounds beautiful. Yeah, stronger but with less effort, right? Sometimes we confuse stronger with like, I work really hard, like I have to put effort into it, and there's not effort in it.
Already more space,
There is more
more
space.
sound, and also
Somebody can't remember what she was saying.
Yeah, and more fervor actually.
Yeah.
So compared to last time.
So let's just think about that for a second. Sometimes when we do this, that's all it takes for gravity to help us release a little bit in here and in here. Just that little sensation rather than, okay, standing straight. And we always confuse this. We think this is straight. That is not straight at all. That's arching backwards. We want that. Yep. So for all the overachievers, there are many of you in this group who think that this is straight, you have to undo it. And then when you actually do undo it, you feel like you're standing like this. Like, am I really standing straight? It's like, yep, you are, but you feel like you're bent way over. Really, you're not. That was beautiful. Okay. Can we just try that again? I just want you to get used to that sense of like how open your back is, how free your shoulders are. Free right there under the ribs. Neck is free. Let's just try it again. Same thing. On off. Get that feeling. Memorize the feeling. Let's see if we can just patch it up a bit and imagine that you're doing that. Okay, so the knees are going to stay soft. This right here under the front ribs is going to stay released because there we go. Okay, let's try it again. Same thing.
I can feel like my voice and my mind be one position. Before it's like here, here, or here. Yeah.
Beautiful. Say, that's a wonderful thing to say. Isn't that nice? Great. Yeah. And then doesn't singing feel good? It doesn't feel like a chore. It feels like fun and easy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Tree, I think that you can really sympathize with that, right? Like when you just unhook, unhinge, undo all those things, your voice just flies for you. It's so beautiful. It's so warm. You don't need to do anything else to it. That's what's gonna be that's what's tricky with a lot of people, right? Like, oh, I have to add all this stuff to it to make it more rich and more luxurious and to make it sound more professional. And really, you just have to sing with your voice. That's your voice. Your air is flowing freely. It's beautiful.
More sound, more spirit.
Great.
I think because when I walk on here from beginning, I can feel like myself was very nervous, like my heart was beating so much. But from now, I feel like okay, just sing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of ways to help yourself feel more in control, more calm in performance. But that heart racing feeling is never going to go away completely. It will never go away. You will always feel the adrenaline when you walk up on stage, even if it's just your mom in the audience. You will still feel it. But the breathing low and deep and releasing the air, that's what you would do if you were having a panic attack on the bus, right? Or whatever. You would still, that would be the number one thing to do. The oxygen in and let it out. Like breathe in, breathe out, go deep in your breath. That is always the first thing we do when we're having a fit. Take a breath. Always calm your nervous system. That's really great. Should we look at the other song?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you doing the repeat on the first page?
I didn't. Since I am myself, my own favorite. Since I am myself, my own favorite king. No one for his finals will. Who can forces? Who can forces? Enough to rebel. I turn from sickness to flying. Since I am myself, my own favorite. Since I am myself, my own favorite king. Full of his power and his blessings and fate, to make us sing beauty, to make us sing beauty, and all those that hate. I turn from sickness to flying. Since I am myself, my own favorite. Since I am myself, my own favorite king. I turn from sickness to flying. Since I am myself, my own favorite. Since I am myself, my own favorite king.
Yay! Beautiful! Good job! How does that feel? It's your first time on piano.
Good.
Good, yes, right? It's so satisfying to Diction's actually pretty good. Some good things in here. We have to remember that the word I, this the letter I, is actually two sounds. I, so it's just an and an A, right? I. Yeah, so you don't need your jaw. Again, you don't need your jaw, you just need to move your tongue. I. That's it. I attempt. Try that. There you go. Yeah, so it's not attempt. Great. Yep. Good. Great. Okay. Why don't we, for fun, look at all of the quick things that we have to do, all of the kind of melismas. What would that, if you were to draw that musical line, what would it look like? Sure. Okay. Okay, good. So let's sing it that way. So you're going to draw the shape of the music while you're singing. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, good. So now, can you make the painting have less to do with the beat? Rather than a conducting, what would it look like if you were painting it with a big, gigantic paintbrush? Good. What if it was I attend from all sickness to avoid pain, and it went like all over the place.
Okay.
I don't know, just try. You don't have to do what I just did. That was a bit weird. Yay! That was so good. That had like the little zigzag in it. It was so good. You know what I get then? The word fly goes like that. Like when a leaf falls and it gets caught in the breeze and it goes like that. So good. Try something else and keep going. Good. Now, what if those were longer lines? Since I am myself my own fever. Since I am myself my own fever and pain. Right? Then it's like we get this really long legato. Try that. Since I.
Since I am myself my own fever, since I am myself my own fever and pain.
So good. That is like musical singing. Rather than this, I get long lines. Isn't that beautiful? So great. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Paint me a new painting. And keep going.
I turn from sickness to avoid pain. Since I am myself my own fever, since I am myself my own fever and pain. No, 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 is
Yeah. Good. So here's another instance where we're going to do just like what we did in the Italian. Fa and heart. Do you know what I mean? We're going to move the nd of the word fond to the word to heart, which seems like we're putting the heart into one word, but then we get fond heart, fond consonants are faster, and we get the full length of that pitch. Yeah. Yes, now I feel like you're moving forward. Just make sure you don't punch hard. Great. Way better. Way better. Yeah, try again. That's it. Great. Okay, let's try from no more now. Enough to rebound.
Enough to rebound.
Yeah. Enough to rebound.
Enough to rebound.
Enough to it's the to rebound.
Enough to rebound.
So the two is not on a beat. The two is on an off beat. So if you look at it, enough to rebound. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3, 1.
Enough to rebound.
Let's do it together.
Enough to rebound.
Again.
Enough to rebound.
Again.
Enough to rebound. Enough to rebound.
On your own.
Enough to rebound.
We'll do it 3 days. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Enough to rebound.
Enough to
Okay, so we
rebound.
want the re to be on this finger. Enough to you see? Enough. So E is not on is on beat 3, right? So enough is here. Enough to rebound.
Enough to rebound.
You got it. Again.
Enough to rebound.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. Good. Okay. Here's where the text gets tricky, right? Thou. Say it.
Thou.
Yeah. See? It's ow. Wow. Here's another instance where we do not need to move our jaw. Thou.
Thou.
Okay. What? Thou.
Thou.
Are you closing your jaw on the ooh sound?
Thou.
Yeah, you are, right? Ow. Ow. Thou.
Thou.
Hey, you don't need to close it any more than that. Thou. It's taller, the ooh vowel.
Thou.
Good, that's better. Thou canst.
Thou canst.
Good. So you see how the k of canst is really forward, right?
Thou canst.
Great. Thou canst not.
Thou canst.
I can't. Thou canst not.
Thou canst not.
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 One more time.
Not.
Okay, don't close your jaw for the T. Not.
Not.
There we go. Thou canst not raise forces.
Thou canst not.
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 Yep, good job.
Not.
Not. Up. Not. Up. Up.
Not.
Good.
Not.
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 Raise.
Not. Raise.
Good. Can you do r by any chance? Raise.
Raise.
Oh, that'll do. Thou canst not raise forces.
Thou canst not raise
Forces.
forces.
Yeah, so not forces, but forces.
Forces.
Yeah, we just take that R out in this case. Good. Good job. Okay. That's where that's the trickiest thing in the whole song, right? Is that? Good. on a big long paintbrush.
Glorious forces,
God's glorious
forces.
Let's try it again.
Glorious forces, glorious forces, enough to rebound.
Enough to rebound.
Enough to rebound.
Enough to rebound. Re is longer.
Enough to rebound.
Go on.
I turn from love's sickness to flowing. Since I am myself my own favor, since I am myself my own freedom. Oh, there's no marvelous is that fate to make us sing through it, to make us sing through it, and all understanding.
Good job. Good. I love these lines. Isn't that nice? Just so long and beautiful lines. Okay. Love has more power.
Love has more power.
Good. Power. And we have to fit the word power into one note. So, let's see. Love has more power. And love has more power.
The power.
Yeah, power. So sometimes I think it's written POW apostrophe R. POW apostrophe R, power. Sometimes so that we know that it's like a short word rather than power. We don't have time to do power on this. So Nina's right. Think of it as our, HOUR or OUR.
Power.
Yeah, power. And then just put a P in front of it.
Power.
There you go. Power and less mercy than fate.
Power and less mercy than
Fate. Fate,
Fate.
like 8.
fate.
That's right. Mercy.
Mercy.
Mercy is taller.
Mercy.
That's the one. Try it again.
Mercy.
Right, it's not mercy, it's mercy. That was right.
Mercy.
That's right. Great. Okay, you want to try singing it for love?
Follow his power and his praises than
Okay,
fate.
let's just look at that. So it's love has more power and less mercy than. Not
Is
sure what
that
Yeah, like mermaid. Mercy.
mercy,
That's right.
not mercy.
No, we can't sing unless we're singing a country song, but we're not singing. Okay? For love.
Follow his power and his praises than fate. To make us sing through it, to make us sing through it, and all understanding.
Great. Okay, so let's do. To make us sing through it. You want to feel really vertical all the time.
To make us sing through it, to make us sing through it, and all understanding.
That's good. Can you hear that? It's so different, right? It doesn't go here. It doesn't go like in and out. That's what Sri was talking about before, because you didn't know him before this year, and you barely know him this year. But that, right? So there's, and because, do you want to explain that, what you were talking about? You know what I mean, right? This and this and this and this.
It helps me think about words like when the British people say words like Paul,
Like what?
like name Paul, and the
Oh,
word
Paul.
Paul, like in the Brazilian pronunciation, they all say Paul. It's a very tall. It's a very, very much vertically aligned.
Right, yeah.
Paul.
Paul.
Yeah, no.
Polly.
And like not, and not, or not. It's not. It's a very tall sitting thing. So And they like all those people like the posh English, the received pronunciation. When they talk, it's just very lazy with all this area. And when they have to articulate, there's this gush of air that comes from here. It's like pseudophiles and things like it's excited here. So always like that image of them saying those things, like very barely opening their mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, I mean, we don't want to sound like Prince Philip, right? We don't want that, but we are singing. So, we have to make this space, right? So it's the tall. It's not that I need to force myself into some kind of box that this piece says, well, this is rehearsal, so I better sound like a highfalutin British person. That's not what I need you to do at all. But it is still, it's that sense like what we have to have for singing. Because we can still sing operas like Susanna by Carlisle Floyd, which is set in the South, United States, in Tennessee or something, and it's all flat language like this, but you can still sing high B flats and beautiful, beautiful singing because you still have this tall sensation to it. We just change the shape of the vowels. So, not that we need to get into that right now, but yeah, we don't want it to go in and out. So when you do this, when you practice with your hands here, then you're less likely to spread horizontally your lips. You want to try that one more time from For Love? Yes. We know that feeling, right? When you get it, you get that like, oh yeah. Jasmine? It's really lovely. Really suits you. I love this. Great.
I like to sing English song.
Oh, you like to sing
Yeah,
English
because
songs?
like when I sing the Italian song, I feel like I'm not getting in the piece. I'm not sure the meaning is right or wrong. But when I sing the English song, I literally know what the meaning is. So it feels easy, like more relaxed and free.
This is it, right? The languages that we understand and that we know are so much more at home for us. I cannot wait to hear your Chinese songs. Because even though I have no idea about the language, I can't wait to hear how you connect on that.
Can I just add that do you hear me? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I feel that this English rap has a very specific color that suits your voice really well. Like just this harmony, it has this brighter. Well, it's not a light bright tone, but it sounds really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it suits you. So it'll be interesting to hear you in like Vivaldi and Bach, things like that too. I think not that I want you to like get stuck in that repertoire. I want you to do lots of things, but you just have that clarity that works. And it's really lovely. You're welcome. Thank you, everybody. See you soon. John.